What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about this new dialogue technology that's going to be featured in Marvel's Spider-Man 2 and Marvel's Wolverine. It's a rumor-like thing, but not really, because it is confirmed. The only question is, what is the actual technology? What is being kind of overhauled for these upcoming games? And this made a huge wave on Reddit, on like the Gaming Leaks forum, and people have some very, very clever comments to it. Insomniac have done it. They've invented Dialogue 2, being the #1 comment that actually has more likes or more upvotes than the post itself. But basically what this is speaking during a live stream session on Insomniac Games' official Twitch channel, lead engine programmer Alan, and hopefully I'm saying that right, revealed that the studio's next game, which Spider-Man 2, Wolverine, all that stuff, will feature some very cool dialogue technology. What I find interesting, obviously, is what that is. What is the very cool dialogue technology? Now, if you actually read the comments on Reddit, again, #1, very, very clever and very funny. But #2, there honestly are some really good, discussions going on as to what it could potentially be. One of which that stood out to me the most is the idea of kind of specific locations in a game. And you can kind of imagine this happening, especially like with future GTA games or things along that nature, where you're Spider-Man, you're swinging along, and then you get, a police call, and they say there's a robbery happening, and then they get off of 5th and 15th. I mean, obviously, I don't even think that's possible for that to be a street combination, but you know what I mean, right? For there to be almost organic, random events that are happening, and there always has been, right? In fact, they did that for the last game. You imagine for this game, these random crimes that break out throughout the city, but to add on to it, and I think it makes the most sense. I mean, I guess you can go in any direction. If it's dialogue, I mean, there's a lot of ways you can take that, but I think just, it's simple in a sense, but it's also, I think, very immersive, where you're swinging around and you get an exact location. And obviously, the exact location is all just kind of created because of the engine, right? Like, there's no specific because these crimes are just happening, but the game will literally just tell you, hey, it's happening on this street corner or this thing. Other people were talking about maybe when you're swinging, depending on this, and they actually have this in the first game, depending on the situation, your voice, like the panting level versus not panting. I think this was first really kind of done in Red Dead 2, right? Like when you're on a horse and you're next to somebody, if somebody gets too far or you get too far away, you'll actually shout, right? Versus talking. So when you get closer to them, organically, the voice will talk normal, but then when you get further away, your voice will actually, you'll start shouting at them. And the first Spider-Man game, again, had it depending on the kind of panting level of Peter. Maybe your voice would sound one way versus the other. I think that makes a lot of sense, right? If you're walking in the city, maybe you talk a certain way, but then if you start to spring up, if you're jumping, if you're doing somersaults, if you're swinging. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you think the new features may be? Let me know. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on. Check out any of my other YouTube channels. I have 3 in all. All the links are in the description, along with our Discord and much more. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you all on the next one.